agri-commodity into a product, and through technology into a brand, and then going to the masses.
So hold that for a minute. I'm hearing you, you're making sense, but you're not the first guy who's done this. There are beverage vending machines out there by the dozen.
True.
Right. And all the large tea and coffee brands have their own machines, whether it's a Nescafe, whether it's a Tata, whether it's a Wagh Bakri or a Society or a Lipton or a Brook Bond. And you also have machines. So now, having understood the rationale for this and understanding that, okay, so let's say the office going crowd, the institutional workspace crowd needs a vending machine. So there are vending machines out there. What's so special about what you've done here?
Very true. So when I started this business, I was also a little skeptical. So my idea as a Gujarati baniya was कि भाई मेरे को पैसा बनाने का, ठीक है? That's a nice way of putting it in a very, nutshell kind of a thing. But how am I going to do it with my idea? So first, I actually focused on the QSR business model. I thought कि यार ठीक है, supermarket पैसा ले रहा है मेरा. I might as well, make a very small outlet. So I'll have my brand. I will not have the supermarkets, and I'll sell my products through these small outlets. But they're not making sense. So I made those outlets smaller, right down to being one-man outlets and hardly any kind of very small rent. And I was surprised, still it's not making sense. And that is where the automated vending ka concept came in my mind. And I've seen these abroad in countries where I was working. Now coming back to Dipen's question, see, this is not rocket science. There are so many companies who have done this and who have not been able to make the kind of money that they thought they could. This is precisely why, before starting this business, I spent a good amount of money in understanding the pitfalls of this industry, specifically in India. And this is where the Dentsu's research report helped us. We did a dipstick market research with Dentsu for almost 7 months in 6 cities across the country, interviewing close to 1,000 respondents in different stratas of society. They came out with 3 reasons why the vending market in India is not even close to its peers in the West. According to Nielsen, and this is in 2017, the vending market was growing at 27% CAGR in most of the Western countries. This is 2017 AC Nielsen and Statista. USA, Canada, European Union countries, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, even China, even Russia. Between 25, 27, even 30% CAGR. Now come to India. 9%. 9% CAGR is what Nielsen said at that time, that the vending market in India is growing. So this is where even I was surprised that itna bada population hai. How come this market is not growing when tea and coffee are such beneficent items being consumed daily? So the 3 reasons we got from their report. The first reason was that all these companies, like as Dipen said, Nestle, Cafe Coffee Day, Chai Point, Lavazza, first of all these guys are focusing on black coffee. Now, if you go to a bus stop or a railway station, you catch hold of 50 people, ask them कि आप दिन में क्या पियोगे? चाय पियोगे, कॉफी पियोगे? तो most will say हम चाय पिएंगे. कैसी चाय पिएंगे? वो टपरी वाली चाय पिएंगे. मसाला होना चाहिए, अदरक, इलायची होना चाहिए उसमें. I mean, it should have some herbs in the tea. It should be boiled with milk. उबाला वाला चाय चाहिए, घर जैसा चाय, टपरी वाला चाय चाहिए, not a tea bag. उसमें शक्कर होना चाहिए तो गुड़ होना चाहिए. Jaggery sugar should be there, and it should have a kesaria, nice, orangish, bright color. The traditional common man's chai. No one will tell you, out of 50 people in a railway station or a bus stop, 2 people may come and say, I will have a tea bag black tea 4 times in a day or 3 times in a day, and I may or may not have the tapri wali chai. Very few. Because again, India A+, India 1, India 2, India 3. India 2 and 3 outnumber India A+ and 1 by a very large margin. And they all want the traditional tapri wali chai. Similarly, when it comes to coffee, they want filter coffee. They don't want black coffee. People like us, we represent a very small percentage of India's population. Really. We may have a couple of cups of black coffees in a day, but we are not India.
No, and many of us also secretly crave for that stuff. It's just that we are too proud to say this.
And what kind of, consumer-facing touch points or the POS kind, the points of accessibility. Looking, since you've actually designed a very vending machine. And my second question for Anupam is that, see, tea and coffee are very different categories.
Right.
Consumer psyche is very different. Filter coffee can probably compare with tea in the sense that it is a daily drink, and these are almost 100% penetration products. Okay. Coffee, other forms of coffee is a very new category in India. It's just been an evolution of coffee in India at a mass level, and again mass at a very metro level, now probably going down to the tier 1 cities. Because you see very fancy coffee shops and a lot of coffee consumption even in towns like Indore and Jaipur. So it definitely has reached that level. But this evolution is a very new evolution. Probably in the last 7-8 years.
Precisely.
And people are is a tough example where it started with a vending machine and has now become a retail brand.
Yeah.
And a brand which is asked for as a brand with no advertising.
Correct.
Okay. So my two questions were there. Are you looking at categories separately? And the first question was that in the tier 2, tier 3 towns, are you planning to have both, or are you only planning to focus on tea? And what kind of point of sale is our business?
So, firstly, when we talk about India 2 and India 3, in fact, tier 1 is the lowest hanging fruit, because the entire workforce of the metros, it's India 2 and India 3. The factories in the tier 1, the offices, they're all managed and run by India 2 and India 3. People like us are probably at the management level or the mid-management level, or the black coffee drinkers. But the bulk of the workforce of India, even in India, in tier 1, is actually India 2 and India 3, who are earning less than 75,000 rupees a month as a disposable income. And that's a fact in most of our companies. So tier 1 is okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So in these towns, what kind of places are you planning to install these?
Yeah. So firstly, now in our case, we will be doing around 150 crores of turnover in this financial year. We're a small company. Last year we did 90 crores. The year before that we did 36 crores. The year before that we did 16 crores. Then the year before that we did 6 crores. And the year before that we did only 34 lakhs, the first year of our business. Now, so, see, the growth has been pretty decent, right? All of this has come from tier 1 only. We don't even have to go to tier 2 right now, because the tier 1 requirements for workspaces like factories, offices, assembly lines, small kirane ki dukan, halwai ki dukan. You go out every 50 meters, you will find one kirane ki dukan. Now, the model for this is Tapri kettle. We call this as paise banane ki smart machine. And this is a pretty fabulous model that we have cracked. We give these kettles for free to kirane ki dukan, to panwaris, jo pan galla hota hai. People who go there for a smoke, they want to have a cup of chai sutta, right? Then doctor ki dukan, dentist ki dukan, halwai ki dukan, the sweet shops. So many small merchant outlets are there where there are a lot of footfalls. Now, the whole concept of making chai, it's a little messy. If you want to make that real tapri wali chai, it's a bit messy. Aapko ek tapela chahiye, big, kind of a bakra you need a LPG cylinder, fire up the gas, then you need a big, pital ka this thing, then you need this, your chamcha vamcha, then you need doodh to be kept separately, shakkar, elaichi, adrak khutna padta hai. So, exactly, correct. So, abhi, the entire capex, now see, this is a very interesting proposition. I'll just digress because you asked me this question. The whole value proposition for this is to do two things. For us to achieve massive scale, because we're not just limiting ourselves to deploying these kind of machines in corporates. But the real growth driver is, again, the places where India 2 and India 3 converge. And these are the small shops, like a Modi Khana, Kirane ki dukaan. Now, if you are selling, your daily groceries and everything in a Modi Khane ka dukaan, you have a lot of people coming there for shopping and they want to have a cup of chai or a coffee. So if that owner of that Modi Khana, let's say he's making 35,000-40,000 rupees of profit in a month. He's making around 1 lakh rupees of sales in a month. He's making 30,000 rupees profit. That's his unit economics as a very small entrepreneur. What if I go and tell him that, sir, I will make you an additional 15,000 rupees profit a month without you spending a single penny of capex or zero investment. Now that's interesting for him. So we give these kettles for free to these kind of small dukandars, and we sell them a cup of chai or filter coffee for 6 rupees, door delivered in a refill pack, and they can sell it for 10 to 12 rupees, which is the market rate. Now, even if they take out the cost of the water and the electricity, so we have mapped out everything, and even the cup, the small paper cup which they have to give, the total cost of all of them combined is 0.6 to 0.65 rupees per cup. तो अगर हमारा 6 रुपया है तो उसमें
7 रुपए से ज्यादा तो उसका
नहीं हो सकता है. Now if he sells at 10 rupees, तो 3 रुपए का तो वहां पर उसका clear alpha है. And in the evenings they sell for 12 rupees, तो 5 रुपए हो जाता है. तो मोटा मोटी 3.5-4 रुपया नकद. In the evenings, sir, after 9 p.m. they all jack up the prices because the college crowds and all, they come for the smoke and all. So, and this is a fact, huh? Because
हाँ, उबर में तो देते हो यार, तो यहाँ भी देते.
the same item is jacked up.
Yeah. So you make 3, maybe 4 rupees of profit a cup.
And normally these guys, they sell 100 to 150 cups in a day, which is very easy for them to have. Let's say, I mean, they will have probably 500 footfalls. उसमें से 100 लोग या 50 लोग तो चाय पिएंगे ही पिएंगे. एक आदमी 2 कप भी पिएगा. तो 100 से 150 कप तो they have.
तो 400-500 रुपए रोज का बनेगा.
350 रोज का बनेगा. 400 बनेगा रोज का. तो
20-25 दिन में उसके 10,000 रुपए तो निकल गए.
10 to 12,000 rupees he is earning.
मशीन का कैपेक्स आप बेयर करोगे, जो आपको 6 रुपए में, फिर आपका जो कॉस्ट आपको 6 रुपए पर कप मिलता है.
करेक्ट.
उसमें आपको अपनी ग्रॉस मार्जिन ऑन द पाउडर भी कमाना है और मशीन का कॉस्ट भी रिकवर करना है.
Precisely. So this is exactly
what's the unit economics there like?
So the unit economics,
I can run the spreadsheet in my mind. So
absolutely. So देखिए, हमारा 6 रुपया का हमारा सेल प्राइस है. Our cost is between 2 rupees 15 paisa to 2 rupees 18 paisa.
2.5 रुपया ले लो.
On a higher side.
On the higher
including
side.
the logistics to the
चाय का भाव बढ़ भी सकता है. दूध का भाव बढ़ सकता है. So let's say 2.5.
True. So let's say 2.5 rupees including, and that will include our logistics to the
delivery also.
Yeah, to the central. Everything. Chini, दूध. Premix. Precisely.
Okay. तो 2.5 रुपया वो निकला. तो 3.5 बचे.
So हमारा 3.5 रुपया बचता है profit. So you see, this is almost around 55 to 65% gross margin.
Yeah.
मोटा मोटी, depending on the flavor.
Yeah.
किसी में ज्यादा होता है, थोड़ा किसी में कम होता है. Now, I'm not spending anything for the supermarkets, right? Like what I was doing in my family business, I was working with Walmart in Europe and in Ashan in Russia and all these large chains, all global supermarkets. I would maintain the same gross profit there also because the COGS is the same here, mota moti, right? But what would happen from that gross profit? These guys, the supply chain, would take away almost 55-60%, and I would be left with a very measly EBITDA. Now here what we have done is, because we have decided to sort of make our own supply chain by giving these kettles for free. Now all these kettles have 4G SIM cards, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. They are all IoT enabled.
How much do they cost you to manufacture?
These are around 39,000 to 40,000 rupees, and these are a little expensive because of the customized touch screens and all. So on an average, the machine cost is around 55 to 60,000 rupees. We have different models plus GST.
साढ़े 6,000 machines अभी तक install कर लिए हैं.
6,300 something machines. Yeah. Revenue per machine Yeah, well, that is a very nice figure that I would like, but normally, to be very frank, we earn around 1,20,000, 1,15,000 to 1,20,000 rupees a year from one machine, on an average.
Machine count or location?
There are I mean, so we have a lot of corporates. We have Mahindra, Skoda, Reliance, Seram Poonawalla, Tata Zudio, Trend, so many. So one corporate would, take like 5 to 6 machines even.
Yeah, but your claim that you've installed 6,000 machines, is it 6,000 locations or total 6,000 machines?
Total 6,000 machines. A location would be
how many clients?
How many accounts?
How many accounts?
Yes. So exactly. So what we do now, in our case, we are a very fixed cost averse company. Firstly, so we do not incur a very high employee benefit cost. We have distributors, and these are all ex Nestle, ex Tata, ex CCD distributors. Now, see, again, I'll just go back to that point about the Dentsu findings, the 3 points which Dentsu found. Why the vending market is not making money as it should as compared to the Western counterparts. The first one was the choice of beverage. यार ब्लैक कॉफी आप दोगे तो इतना नहीं बिकेगा, आपको खड़ी चम्मच की चाय देनी पड़ेगी मलाई मार के. So that is one thing. Second is you need to give filter coffee, not just your black coffee. Third is you need to give soups, doodh, like we have Jodhpuri masala doodh where we use kesar, elaichi vagera. We also have cold beverages like aam panna, jaljeera, ruhabza, herbal cola, so on and so forth. So see what the populace wants. So that is the first point. Second point is none of these companies, CCD, Nestle, Chai Point, Lavazza, none of these guys are actually manufacturers of these machines. They all go to China and they would outsource the manufacturing to some factory there. They would bring them here in bulk and they would just put their stickers on these machines and they would just give it away. Now, because of that, because they're not the makers, neither they are the OEMs, neither the ODMs, the original design manufacturers. They are neither. They are just buying something off the rack, putting their sticker and giving it to their supply chain. So what happens is they have no idea or even where their machines are, what they are doing, whether even these machines are being used for vending their products, or your distributor is just buying something cheap from the market and shoving it in their machines and showing the CCD ka name. And that is precisely what happens. We are in the business, I'll tell you, out of 100 cups that are vended through these machines, 50 cups are not even the original product of that company. The leakages are to that extent.
So people buy a machine from, let's say, Nestle and then put some other refill pack in.
Absolutely.
I can do that with this machine as well.
No, you can't. So that is the second thing. So when we realize that this is where the leakages are happening, we invested in the technology of the machines. So all these machines you see, all these machines are firstly highly customized. So the entire mechanical designing of the machines is done in-house. We have now around close to around 47 engineers. They are on our rolls. We have a embedded hardware division. Those of you who are in, from the tech world, you'll understand that embedded hardware is relating to PCBs, printed circuit boards. Any electronic item, if you need to control and command, let's say a laptop or a phone. Now, Apple is sitting in California and controlling or at least influencing the control on all their iPhones. How is that possible? Because Apple is the original equipment manufacturer and designer of the chips of every single iPhone or laptop. If they want, they can do a lot of things, but they don't do it because otherwise they would face litigation. Yeah. Samsung, same. Now, even these machines are electronic. So in our case, it's very clear. We want to exert control and we want to create a, let's say, an exclusive supply chain where we permanently solve the problem of this pilferage.
So I can't take a Wagh Bakri premix and use it on your Tapri machine.
No, it will not work. It'll shut down. So firstly, the whole aspect of IoT comes into place. Now, Internet of Things. IoT stands for Internet of Things. And for that, you need to be able to put anything, Internet of Things, anything on the net, on the internet,
public network.
so that you can control it. Control is of several aspects. One form of control is just to be able to trace it. Okay, my car is standing there. Okay, then what? Second aspect of control is to be able to get data from it, to extract data. Third point of control is to be able to literally control that device remotely. Press a button, band ho jayega, chalu ho jayega. And the fourth level of control is to also be able to send data back and upgrade those devices remotely. Now, these are different layers of embedded technology. In these machines, we have all of them because we are the designers of the chips, the PCBs. We have filed 7 patents. We've already got 2 patents from the government. These are also extended through WIPO, through multiple countries, the World Intellectual Property Organization. And we continue to ensure through our PCBs, we are able to ensure geolocation tracing, meaning geo-tracking, but also geo-fencing. And also we are able to trace every single cup that is coming out from these machines, where these machines are deployed. They are also ring fenced. So you can set a radius or a diameter. If the machine goes out of this area, then the machine will stop working. And most importantly, we have made these machines smart. So again, coming to tech, I'll just be going a little bit deep into this. Once you have the PCBs, your custom PCBs, then you need to make them alive by burning software on the PCBs, which is known as firmware. That is an embedded software vertical. Again, that's a different stream. I mean, it's a different discipline of technology. The hardware guys, the embedded hardware guys will make the PCBs. The embedded software guys will create the code, write the code which is burnt on the PCB. So the PCBs are now alive. They know what to do. Then the final level is to have full stack coders who will create your dashboard, your app, and means as a interface where human beings and consumers can then interact. Like for example, you can interact with the screen. So you see this whole interface is an app which is designed by our techies in-house. So all these 3 layers, when combined together, give you a very holistic control over a product.
And then the machine also links up to some central database or some central controller somewhere.
Yeah, all the machines have 4G SIM cards or Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or NFC RFID or a combination of all, and data is passed seamlessly real-time basis from our server to the machines, from the machines, from every single machine.
So if you want to upgrade the firmware, let's say, or you want to install a new version of the app or something, software, you can do it remotely.
Yeah, remotely.
If the machine is online.
Absolutely.
And that works for even the Tapri machine?
For everything. Because the PCBs are all made in-house.
So capability-wise, it's not different. This looks sexier with the screen and all, but otherwise...
And it has more options.
It has more options, so you need all of that stuff.
All of those things. And the dispensation technology here is different because chai is very different. And for making chai, you need that Tapri wala taste, wo pital ka tapela. So we've actually got a metallist on our board. We made our own alloy. It's not just stainless steel, right? See, if you go to Tapri wala, he doesn't use a stainless steel ka tapela. He uses pital, copper, all these things, right?
Aluminum.
Not, well, maybe a small. You have a question? So the first thing is when we develop this entire system, for us, the first target was, hey, I want to monopolize this asset. I know the word monopoly is not very fashionable nowadays, but I still go and use it. But that is a fact. At the end of the day, I want my machines to only use my products because I am the maker of the machine. I've given the machine for free. At the end of the day, I want to earn money, right? So I need to be able to monopolize the asset on a real-time basis. So you need to, first of all, be able to extract information. So what information? Where is the machine located? What is the real-time inventory of that machine at that point of time? How many cups were dispensed? When
so it tells you on screen how many cups are left.
Everything. So I mean, we can just go to the admin. There are no tala chavi. And if I just go to, I have to enter a code. So see, there's no key or a lock, right? It's all done through the codes. So we get to see real-time inventory aspects on every single machine. What is going on? What is where? There's a cleaning system. There's a Wi-Fi. Bluetooth. I can open the door and it goes inside. The whole thing comes. I can open the door here. Sorry. Is there an issue here?
Oh,
Yeah. So there it is. So you can see here that all of these are custom. They're all injection molding products. And here you can see there's a live inventory on every single canister. So this product, Madras Coffee, has 41 cups left. This has 100 cups. This is 86 cups, 236 cups. So now, and every canister has a barcode and an update date. So this was updated on the 12th of December, which is, I think, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
This barcode. Now it gives you the next maintenance cycle. And when I want to go in and change certain parameters of the settings, it is OTP controlled. So our team members who are going to service the machine, let's say there's some glitch in the machine, some issue. Let's say some motor is not well calibrated, or the RPM is not working properly, or some sensor is not working properly. I need to first understand. So all the machines have log files. So I will just check in. The check-in mechanism, I will see everything that has gone inside the machine over, let's say, the past 24 hours, like a black box, or a week or 10 days.
There's a log of sorts.
It's a log of sorts. If something goes wrong, the first thing that happens is it sends a signal through 4G to our dashboard in Pune. So your question is what we do. So we first collect the data of the cups, the dispense data, the inventory data. We are able to update the software patch by pushing in an update from our command center in Pune. And we are also able to understand how many times the doors were opened, closed, if the machine was moved. So the lat long comes on our dashboard. What else?
So I can open the machine using my PIN code and then put a Wagh Bakri refill. I'm desperately trying to break that code so that
you can. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, right? So see, again, let me just show you, give you a understanding of, now see what happened, right? Now you see all these machines, all these canisters are hard locked. You see, this is not it's not just a software lock.
I can pull it out. No, I can't.
You can't.
Okay, so when can I pull it out?
Only when you put in a barcode here and the validation.
A barcode of a new pouch.
Yes, which is a one-time code, right? So every code.
So when I buy another pouch, it'll have a different barcode.
It's a unique one-time.
How many digits does it have here?
6. You can do the.
So I can guess.
There have been more than 10 million combinations.
Okay, fine.
These are over exactly. Precisely. Now, okay. You know what? We even did a lot of jugaad ourselves. So we did a lot of ethical hacking. Before we launched this concept, right. I even made a hole here, right? Like let's say, wo petrol ke tanke mein se pipe. Petrol chura.
Yeah, I make a hole, right?
So if I make a hole, I can add. वो भी किया हमने. So then we found that that was a problem. So one of the ethical hackers in Pune taught us this in 2019.
How?
So because we had a hackathon, we got
so how did you crack the hole in the canister?
So then we put in weight sensors below every single canister. Weight sensors.
Okay.
And we put volume scanners behind them. What happens is that firstly, there's an algo, right? You got it, right?
Okay. So if you top up the weight again without a new barcode,
trigger.
तो फिर चोरी हो रही है बस.
चोरी हो रही है.
मतलब reverse चोरी हो रही है. मैंने चोरी का माल भर दिया अंदर.
But then we also realized that there are so many light powders who have very low density. तो थोड़ा ही trigger होता है weight. और उसमें हमको एक leeway देना पड़ता. So we put up volume scanners.
So you put volume scanner also.
कि भाई अगर वो quantity बढ़ता भी है, वो trigger होगा.
So volume बढ़ कैसे गया जब तुमने नया barcode scan नहीं किया?
Exactly. So weight, volume, density, it's like a
machine तब चलेगा नहीं वैसे.
So see, let's say for example, अगर मैंने यहाँ पर कुछ छेड़खानी किया ना, तो ये वाला vertical lock हो जाएगा.
ये vertical पूरा lock हो जाएगा.
ये चलेगा.
Feed करेगा ही नहीं.
जहाँ पर गड़बड़ हुआ है वो lock हो जाएगा.
Okay.
And it sends a message through the.
I know I'm not going to go to those extremes, but you've done all this homework.
Because see, if you don't do it, then again we have not solved that second issue of Dentsu ना कि भाई I cannot monopolize this machine. तो फिर यहाँ मेरा मशीन लेगा फ्री में और he will use किसी और का premix. I will.
But आपके सारे machines आप फ्री में देते हैं या you sell machines also?
All machines are given free.
So I'll say बॉस 6 रुपया कप में नहीं दो, मुझे 4 रुपया कप में दो और मैं मशीन के पैसे देता हूँ आपको.
So as of now, we have a brand, Brewdays and Sunfields, which is selling at 4 rupees. ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं है, सस्ता brand भी है. But we are not selling the machines outright to end customers.
You're not.
We're not. We are selling the machines, yes, just to become asset light to sale and leaseback companies, operational sale and leaseback companies, like ARC companies, like.
So that's the one you told me you can offer up to 12% IRR on that one.
12 to 14%. Yeah, you're right.
Depending on the deal size.
Right now, we have.
So fixed income guys, note.
So, yeah, the customer acquisition cost is not much. The thing is that right now, and over the past 5 years, we've been in a situation where we are having between 3 to 4 customers waiting for every machine. So our ways of getting leads is first and foremost to our distributors, and these are all
ex CCD, ex Tata guys, ex Nestle guys.
Yeah, variable. So we sell a cup for 5.5 to 6.5 rupees. They add 1 rupee or 50 paisa, and then they will.
So people are willing to work on a strictly variable remuneration from you.
Yeah, distributors.
The distributors are happy to do that. They don't say कि boss मुझे minimum guarantee दो, मुझे ये करो वो करो.
Rather we tell them कि हमको minimum guarantee चाहिए. More distributors, at least for the time being. But having said that, because the whole business, the vision is all about supply chain exclusivity. Again, the word monopoly is not very fashionable, so I'll use the word exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
So supply chain exclusivity is the idea here. Therefore, I want to get in aspects of last mile delivery, like what a Swiggy does or a Zomato does. And this is possible in this vertical a lot. And this we learned from ITC and Dharampal Satyapal, the Gutka company. See, like now in many panwalas, Rajnigandha is one of the most profitable businesses for a panwala. Approximately 40 to 45% margin, because the surge pricing on Rajnigandha is the highest in a panwala.
Rajnigandha has surge pricing.
Yes.
At what time of day?
After 7-8 p.m. The prices double, not just 10-20%. They just double. Yes, in the nights. So
I haven't tried that, but not that I'm interested.
And
the poor man hardly makes money on the cigarettes, right?
Cigarettes is no money. Coke, Pepsi, no money. Pan is most profitable. Then in packaged item, Rajnigandha. And now for the Panwari, the third item is Tapri. Almost a 25 to 30% margin. Yeah. Yes. Correct. All variable. We make gross margin of around 60-65%. So machines get free. I mean, let's say from that point of view, machines get free by, let's say, around 8 to 9 months. Why? We don't get any machine back. So we have a very simple one-pager contract, 1 month notice on either side. If you don't like my machine, no problem, I'll pick it up. If I don't like the cups that you're giving me a month, I'll pick it up. That's it. And we have a wait list, a big lead funnel that our district. And right now, fortunately for us and sadly for them, with CCD being an NCLT, all those customers are very low-hanging fruits. So we have hired ex-CCD guys, ex-Nestle guys, and they come with ready-made client lists where they have an established track record of consumption of beverages. And in fact, the consumption doubles when we give them a black coffee along with Tapri chai. It sort of, and soup, it goes up. In fact, it goes up to such an extent. So, we learned this from Serum Poonawalla in 2020-21 when we had deployed in their facilities. So after 3 months, I got a pull-out notice from Poonawalla, and I was very surprised that the machines are doing so well. We are having massive consumption. So how come the pull-out notice? So the admin, the whole thing came to me, and the admin said, "Okay, sir, see, we are not a canteen, we are an office. Before you, there was Lavazza. One guy was having 1 or 2 cups in a day. Now one guy is having 6 cups, 7 cups of soup, haldi doodh,
problem of plenty.
Yeah. And my budget has gone through the roof." That is also a point, because all these companies give, these things for free. It's an FOC. It's a small motivation to your workforce to have something while you're working. but they would not want to have one. I mean, if you have 1,000 employees and your whole cost is shot up like crazy, so you want to do something. So now every machine has a RFID scanner. So what we did, and now we have it for all the machines. The attendance cards, they are sort of, I mean, the admin gets a dashboard. See, every customer gets a dashboard, right? Who takes our machine. So the Seram Poonawalla ka admin has a dashboard. He sees only his machines, wherever the machines are. And he will import the CSV, I mean, via CSV format, he will import the codes of his RFID cards of his employees on our system.
He feeds in those codes.
Yes.
And then your machine knows ki.
No, then he allocates. Ki, chalo, mere agar 1,000 employees hai, if I have 1,000 employees, I will have, let's say, 700 blue-collared employees. I would give them only 2 cups in a day, 20 days in a month, so 40 cups. So he adds 40 cups in their wallets, en bloc, right? And now those guys can simply swipe their card and, here the display comes, now you have 39 cups, now you have 38 cups. And let's say it's up to him, right? He wants to finish the full 40 cups in one day, go ahead. But after the 40th cup, there is a Paytm QR code which comes on the screen. So, see, because of the tech, right, we have got dynamic QR with all the fintech wallets, Paytm, PhonePe, BharatPe, Google Pay, and it's a dynamic QR, not a static QR. So we have a direct contract with 197 Communications with Paytm, where our servers share APIs to their servers and vice versa. So based on the machine ID, there is a unique code which comes per beverage. So in fact, some of our customers have now even started charging their employees. That, okay, fine, Cherise is going to give me a cup of tea for 6 rupees. I'll give it to my employees for 10 rupees and I'll make a 4 rupees alpha. A lot of small companies do that, really, especially those, how to say, those small restaurants in the kitchen for the staff. They charge their own employees and they make money out of it. So these are things, which we have, which other machines don't have. From a technical point of view, 7 years, but accounting procedures have told us 5 years. Sorry, you are asking. Majority of the machines are in the organized sector, corporates, factories, largely.
Hospitals?
Yeah, hospitals, car showrooms, assembly lines, mainly corporates. Well, mainly the organized sector. Within the organized sector, within the organized sector, it is largely factories and then offices. So where there are more workers, that is where, so Pune, the industrial areas, even Delhi, even the your MIDC areas in Goa.
So banks would be natural.
Banks are there. We have almost all the banks. So many banks there. Yeah.
End game for say some of the just taking it up. It's simple. Is it worse? Because of say
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. See, at the end of the day, enterprise valuation will come for any enterprise when you have a loyalty. Loyalty, why? Because you need sticky sales, because you need sticky profits. The business has to make sticky money. So for that, you need some kind of loyalty at a B2C level, B2B level, B2C level, or D2C level. Now, that loyalty for a company like us, which is an experiential product like tea and coffee, and when we're selling to the end consumer, so brand, it has to be branded. Because the commodity cannot be identified by an end consumer just simply as tea. It needs to be Tapri ki chai, Cherise Tapri ki chai. It just cannot be chai. So branding has to be there because that is where I get enterprise valuation for the company, firstly. But as you correctly asked, sir, branding at what cost? Right? I cannot have a Pyrrhic victory. I cannot spend so much money that at the end of the day, I'm burning money and then I'm saying I have a brand. Right? That's the mistake that most startups do. And then they become pretty much irrelevant going forward. Therefore, while the end goal is to have the brand enterprise valuation, the ways and means to go about achieving that is to do without burning. And for that, the supply chain aspect comes into play. And because supply chain I don't have a brick and mortar store and I still want to go to the end consumer, therefore technology comes into play.
So you're okay to create a brand identity. You're not splurging money on brand promotion.
Precisely. Not at this stage, at least. See, the whole vision here is that now we have these machines for the offices and for workplaces. These are for the panwalas, for the kirane ki dukan vagera. Now we are making such small machines and we'll be giving direct competition to Nespresso because we are setting up in our new factory the capsule manufacturing setup, which is very profitable. And we've already made these machines. The first 100 machines are on the beta trials right now, and they will work with our capsules and through our app.
Now, so again, you're going to lock in the customers there. I can't run your machine with Nestle's capsules, for example.
We have two options there. If you buy AT&T with iPhone, you have one model. If you buy the iPhone without AT&T, you have one of the models. So in that, yeah, right, exactly,
right.
Yeah, so we
eventually.
Yeah, we are going to see. I mean, I resigned from my very nice, cushy family business where I had to do nothing pretty much, and I am now toiling, in the startup for the past 6 years. So, I mean, obviously, at some point of time, I want to go public. That is the vision from day one, sir. So, again, as a Gujarati person, I put my money in the stock markets. When I buy stock, there are three things: fundamental research, technical research, and the most important is my gut research, my gut feel, my intuition, right? So most of us to really put money because of that. Not everyone has aspects, tools. Assam. Yeah, we have more than, the family, they own more than 26,000 acres of farmland. They're one of the largest tea farmers of India. MK Group. Mukundbhai Kasturchan Shah, my grandfather. So we picked up the entire farming division of Hindustan Levers in 2005. TSP Merrill Lynch was the broker. Then in 2018, Khaitan sold us their farms. Aditya Khaitan, McLeod Russell, the Eveready battery maker. So, we have been doing that for the past 30 years now, buying stress farms and turning them around. We save a lot of money, right? Tea farming.
So the group grows about what, 7-8 million kgs of tea every year?
Group grows 3 crore kilograms of
that's
tea.
30 million kgs.
30 million kgs every year.
That's large.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. True. Given the correct. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you develop scale.
Ha.
Like my Bombay not fine.
Yeah.
National scale.
Correct. So, firstly, we are giving the machines for free, not selling them. And second, sir, all the servicing is handled by our distributors. So they have their feet on the ground. They are their employees. We give them our uniform, our cap, and everything, and we train them. Okay, yaar, ye machine hai. You have to. So there's an SOP. There are like booklets. There are pamphlets. They are educated on how to handle the different aspects of the machine. So we have 4 levels of escalation cycles in the business, and there is a TAT of 16 hours. Real time.
Yeah, I was in his Pune factory and he showed me his dashboard. He could actually open up a map of India and tell me how many green dots and red dots there were on that map, and he could figure out what's wrong with which machine.
And see, so on a real-time basis, let's say you have a machine, you raise a ticket. We've got a hotline, we've got our WhatsApp bot, we've got our email, we've got the distributor's contact information. It's all there. So anyone who raises an issue, it goes on the system first. Then there are 4 levels of resolution. And all 4 combined, it's a 16-hour turnaround time, TAT, within which the problem has to be solved or the machine is replaced, no questions asked, by the distributor. Level 1 is when the calls come to our call center. Level 1 has 2 parts. Level 1 basic, level 1 escalation. Both are call centers. कि भाई सर बत्ती नहीं जल रही है मशीन का, भाई आपने स्विच चालू नहीं किया तो बत्ती नहीं जलेगी, ऐसे भी सवाल आता है. Well, see, we are dealing with the peons here in the offices, right? Not with the managers. Problem तो peon ही call करके बोलेगा, तो ये दरवाजा नहीं खुल रहा है, ये कुछ हो गया, हैंग हो गया. See, it's software. कभी-कभी मतलब वो 4G का बत्ती, मतलब there's no range, वो भी होता है कभी-कभी. So small things. So those things are handled at the call center level. Level 1, which is 0, and level 1 escalation. If they cannot solve the issue within 3 hours of their levels, then it goes to level 2. This is the engineers who made these machines. Again, our employees. Now they are on the system, they are hooked on. They are then able to open up that machine on their dashboard, and they will access the log file. Okay, when was an anomaly created so that this issue is happening? Let's say, sir, dispensation अटक गया है, कि dispensation बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है, पानी ठंडा आ रहा है, कि पानी ज़्यादा गर्म होना चाहिए, कि mixing ठीक से नहीं हो रहा है. So many issues are there, right? So we have categorized over the past 6 years almost every conceivable issue, and we have made them into bins. Why? Because even we run Zoho. I mean, yeah, we run Zoho. So we have Zoho Creator team. We run extensive algos on Zoho Creator, which we have made, and we use all different offerings of Zoho. So on Zoho Creator and on our IoT dashboard, we have created this escalation matrix. We have bins, and then we run analytics. कि भाई ये issue, this one, let's say the issue कि भाई Madras coffee, for example, one of our flavors, Madras coffee का ये machine में बहुत ज़्यादा concentration आ रहा है. It is not as per the dosage. It is coming more. Meaning पीछे में एक motor है. So for some reason, the motor's calibration is not what it should be. Now, why did that change? When the motor left from the factory with the machine, it was okay.
Yeah.
So somewhere down the line, there must have been a power surge, or the PCB may be acting funny, or there is some bug on the algo, because see, it's on the internet. It is susceptible to some kind of bugs. So we are not a target for hackers, obviously, but still, it is susceptible for some kind of malware. So these things can happen, and they do happen. Now, when the level 2 engineers open up the machine on their dashboard, they see the issue on the log file, and now they have options. They can either pass a patch to update the machine and restart. A reboot is done remotely, or they will take the issue and they will say it's a hardware matter. Now, if it's a hardware matter, it goes to that level of escalation where the employees of our distributors have to go and replace that component, like a motor or a sensor or a canister or a valve. Now that is the level where parts are replaced, some kind of spare part. So we have
what level 3.
So that is level like level 2 के भी 2 parts, level 1 के 2 parts है, level 2 के
level
2
2
parts.
के भी 2. Yeah. Carry on.
Now let's say even if that is not, even after changing the motor, changing the sensor, it's not working out, then simply the machine is replaced, no questions asked. So there are no returns.
Not a single machine has come back.
No, we have come
being defective.
Defective, it is coming back only if it is defective. Like we had a recall of certain machines. In fact, just last year, when the heating element, we had purchased some heating elements, and a batch of those elements were faulty. So no matter how much we would do remotely, they were not working properly, and replacing them was not very viable, because it was still not giving that desired, that desired input. Because
so of your total lifetime shipments of machines, shipments out, how many machines, what as a percentage, how many machines have come back? Less than 10%?
Around 179, 180 machines.
179, 180. 3%.
Technical. No, I mean, let's say if you're not going to use it, I'll put it in his office, right? I mean, if you're not like using our machine, I'll take up the machine from your office and put it in his office. That rotation happens, that churn happens very frequently. That happens to the distributor because that is their cost. They are charging us a good amount of alpha. So they need to deploy their people on the ground. They need to pull out, redeploy. Now, aisa nahi hai ki we don't do direct deployments. We also do direct deployments. If we see a certain strategic partner and that partner says, I don't want a 7 rupee cup of chai, I'll pay you your 6 rupees, take it or leave it because, I am Tata Zudio, for example. I will not give you 7 rupees. So then we tell our, we tell our partners that, look, if you don't compromise the margin, then allow me to take this lead. I will give you another lead to compensate you. I mean, we just did that with Tata Zudio and Trent. We took that lead ourselves and we told the distributor that, let us handle this ourselves because
actually use and make. So that's why you will be very careful in terms of their machines are growing and you will be clean. Other than let's come.
Yeah, absolutely. We have two categories of distributors: super stockists and distributors. So super stockists are the guys who are exclusive to our vending ecosystem, and they cannot work with our competition. And the distributors are basically free to work with others, but then they will not get the benefits and the credit period that we give to our super stockists. Neither the profit margins. We have 100+ distributors now pan India, and pan India. 9 cities, and we have 27 super stockists, and the rest are all distributors. Very frankly, now in order to scale up, we just need to promote this model more. This was started last year. It is very flexible, it is very scalable, and we are in fact going to be putting in our teams. We are just targeting Delhi, NCR, Noida area and Pune area right now for deploying close to 1,000 such machines. Yeah, correct. Right. True.
This is a different ballgame.
Yeah, it's a different.
Differently, that's one thing. This is scale up to 600 of great job. This requires a very different way of scaling. That's what I was trying to get at.
So here we do have some support from the distributors because they also want to do this, but we are more keen to do this directly because here there is a cash and carry model. Like your ITC cigarettes. कल का जो stock लिया उसका पैसा दो और आज का cigarette ले लो. For example. So same, कल आपने 2 पैकेट प्रीमिक्स लिए टपरी के, उसका पैसा दो और आज का 2 पैकेट ले लो. And we have bikers now who will be going around across the city. हाँ, Swiggy वाला छोटा सा मॉडल है, but see the benefit here is that the cost in this particular case, the cost of distribution is very localized in a certain vicinity. So we are doing it one city at a time. And the benefit here is that we get to put a board on his shop without paying rent. So our Tapri, our Cherise Tapri brand gets a lot of focus without us paying any rent to that panwala. And we get a point of sale.
So you may want to explore a single person entrepreneur business for distribution of this.
Yes.
A guy who has a bike and doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But is mobile and smart and hardworking enough, and he gets to build out something like an insurance agent.
Yeah.
So he becomes your agent to install these machines and then sell the packets.
So we did one. We made one section of the app where we took some inspiration from the good aspects of Amway, not the bad aspects. Yeah, some good aspects of Amway, not the bad ones.
Multi-level
marketing and multi-level things. So we are now having. Even if you're a college student, you can just get on the app. You can start selling and deploying the machines. And there are different programs. If you just want to give a lead referral, then you get some money on your wallet.
Yeah.
If you are going to actually take the machine and run it yourself for your family, then you become one of our Tapri partners, and you can run the machine. We give you a certain pricing. You buy from the app, and everything is prepaid. So we get the money first, then we dispatch.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So that this one is really, for me, it's my vision. to have 1 lakh points of sales pan India.
What is your rate?
Hanging. Yeah.
This is hardly around 179 machines. This is very new.
So this is just
This was
This next.
launched last year. Very nascent. Yeah. We have 2 canisters. In fact, our contracts with Trent and all, now they're going with this very small machines. There are no touchscreens there, only 2 canisters, button machines, more cost effective.
So this is a 4-line or a 4 canister.
This is a 4 canister with a big touchscreen.
Right.
So
you can have a 2 canister machine. You can have a 4 canister.
6 canister, and no need for a touch. Like just a button, because it's very expensive.
And by definition, the kettle is a single canister.
Kettle is
It's not even a canister. You make the boil once and it serves throughout the day.
Pretty much. No, not only like, you can choose. So we have 25 cups ka packets, 50 cups, 75 cups, and you can choose which batch you want. So most of the panwalas, they want 25 cups.
25 cup batches.
So they will keep making it. Every time they just, like.
So unlike this machine, the tea doesn't get made on the fly. It is boiled and stored.
It is made and
Yeah,
it is
it is
stored
made.
inside those 25 cups, and then you can just take it from there.
Yeah,
In fact, there's so much of research that we've done in this. So first we had, buttons out here. Then, see, again, it's so much of research, right? We saw that our panwadis now, their hands are full of katha, chuna and all, right? The button
They
was
don't want to
getting,
press the button.
Yeah, after 2 months, the buttons were getting very messy. Soiled, yeah. Very, very wet, and they would stop working, right? So then we give them a null. And first, this machine was square. So then they said, our consumers feel कि हमको kettle चाहिए.
So गोल बनाओ.
कि भाई kettle की
पतीला.
हाँ पतीला. हमको कि भाई हाँ ये fresh चाय होगी. So again, that optics, like when someone goes to a panwadi or like a shop, when
you want to see that stainless steel.
They want to see steel. They want to see a curve, like a cylinder. हाँ तो अच्छा चलो इसमें एक जार है, एक थर्मस है, उसमें चाय होगा तो fresh चाय होगा, like that.
Right.
So many things are there. Small things are there, and this is where we've learned. Even this is an IP65 standard machine, so even even air cannot go inside from here. It's completely sealed. Because when you put these machines out in the market, you have smoke, smog, in the streets. You don't want contamination, right? So many things. For this, there is no competition. It's like we're the first movers. For this, we have competition like Lavazza, Sicily, but again, they don't have the ability to monopolize the machines. I can put my coffee in their machine, it'll take them. I can put talcum powder in their machine, it'll take that also. So we have auto cleaning. Yeah. So here there is a cleaning protocol. So there's a keypad here and there's a small screen here. So you can choose through these small buttons. You want to do a cleanup. So when you have, when you are done, it will take water, heat it at high temperature, and have a jet spray inside for doing a base level cleaning. There'll be a rotation, and then it will pass out the excess water through this pipe down. So that is the first level of cleaning, and then the panwadi or someone has to open it and take out the internal, the internal bowl and clean it, wash it. So the machine has built-in algos. After every 100 cups, you need to do a deep clean, otherwise it will not work. So this, so whenever there is an alert now, this light will blink. Now it's green now, so I can go ahead.
So there's a mandatory cleaning that you're forced to do once it hits a certain number of cups. Yeah, Jain bhai.
Yeah, we have.
You have that.
In order to ensure loyalty. So one aspect of loyalty comes from the service.
Correct.
Also be building in some kind of
For example? Yeah.
You might have a helpline.
Yeah,
you might have an app.
Yeah, it is just a troubleshooting.
This is a one engagement process with them. because tomorrow, if you have another competitor who comes up,
Yeah.
imitates this,
Yeah.
with the local version,
Hmm.
with this way, you have brought them into your brand, into your business.
Some kind of perk, some kind of loyalty discount points.
So you have to think through that. There are many ways of
Yeah, there are many ways. Yeah.
not necessarily,
Yeah.
but fictions and reveal a mutual.
You know, one thing we did last year was that we made these tutorials and we got in a good, well-known face. So we got Rakesh Bedi last year. So he became a panwala. He became a kirane ki dukan ka owner, and he's explaining to the panwadis कि मेरे को मैं ऐसे पैसे कमाता हूँ, आप भी कमा सकते हो. Now this year we're getting Sonu Sood as you know, because he has a good connect, you know, with that startup society, with a lot of, you know, followers. So like this we have planned so far. And one thing we've done is we have sort of taken some inspiration from Cred. So that app which I was talking about, which we have right now, which, you know, with that MLM kind of a thing. So there we've made Cherise coins and Cherise tokens. So every purchase earns you X amount of coins and tokens in your wallet. Tokens will get you some merchandise, and coins will get you trade discount. So we want you to buy more. And now we are working on a kind of a very easy interface in you know, Hindi, Bengali, Marathi languages and English languages, where, you know, like in a very infographical way they can see कि मतलब my target is to earn so many you know, Cherise coins or earn so much money at the end of the month, and I have reached my target till here कि मेरा ये महीने का I've earned profit of, let's say, 5,000 rupees. I have to earn 20,000 rupees profit. So we are sort of, you know, because see, because these guys now, they want to, for them, earning that money is very important. They have like
Yeah, of course.
left their hometowns in UP, Bihar, and you know, like all these Eastern India cities have come to Bombay, Pune, Delhi. So they have left their families and they've come in and they've started these shops. So they are in fact the best paymasters. Corporates don't pay us on time. These guys pay us on time.
I'm
it's
not
a fact.
surprised.
So
Jain bhai, you had a question? So hang it. Yeah, Vinay.
yeah, 100. Yeah.
So, how different is your commercial outlet? Because you are displacing
These are very questions. So very smart question, sir. This is actually the trade secret, and this is where we are making money. We don't sell by the kg, first and foremost. We sell by the cup. Now, you as our customer, for you it doesn't matter the kgs that you buy. You simply buy our cups, and on every refill packs we mention, this refill pack will make X number of cups of X number of ml. That's about it. Now we have our formula. Okay, per ml this much grammage. We decide that, and we can even remotely change that by passing an update on every individual canister. So that is all customizable by us and even by the by the end consumer. We don't sell for 350 rupees a pack. Our price, if you convert that into a kilo, is much more than that, because we sell by the cup. And what is the formula for a 50 ml Tapri chai? How many milligrams of our, you know, mixes
Yeah, how many grams are used?
That is really where, when you convert that milligrams into grams and kilos, and when you convert that into
Rupees per kilo.
rupees per kilo, then you realize that, well, you are actually able to charge much more.
So when you are selling a premix, so when it is sugar element is there,
True.
you have to do differential pricing.
No, so what we do, you are right. Pretty much. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're right. But what we do as a marketing outreach, we have kept our prices flat across the board. no matter which flavor you buy, it's flat 6 rupees or 7 rupees or 8 rupees. That's about it. See, that helps us communicate the offering much easily to the end customer. अच्छा सब कुछ मिलेगा, अच्छा 6 रुपया, हाँ 6 रुपया ले लो, दूध भी ले लो,
So आपको
सूप
उस
भी ले लो.
spin से, with using that spin, you're able to get away with crazy margins.
I would not put it that way. I mean, you know, there are guys looking at it. So I would say we do well.
ठीक है. Jain bhai had a question.
Yes, sir. हाँ. Go back. The first one was, I know, we digress. The first one was the assortment of offerings, where most of these guys are giving black coffee. We are giving, you know, the teas and coffees which really India wants. I mean, the first is the beverage mix. The second, precisely. Yeah, for vending. No, there are problem statements. But basically, if I'm selling you a, you know, I mean, a very heavy fur coat right now in this Bombay weather, you won't buy it, right? No matter how expensive it is. So, I mean, the product mix is not for the TAM. Black coffee is not for the Indian market. It's for a very small section of Indian market.
So
that is first factor. Second factor is the fact that none of these companies are the makers of the machines, and their first and foremost thought and criteria is that how cheap can I make my machine? So why would they come? Here in India, these, I mean, sorry to say, but many companies have spoiled the vending market. They've given a bad name to the vending market because they're buying cheap machines from India Mart, from China. Everything comes from China. Very cheap machine where they are supposed to use stainless steel 316 pharma grade. They're using mild steel, which gets rusted. Now you have beverage flowing through it, right? Now plastics, motors, sensors. Now I cannot give you the feeling of a Mercedes if I have the chassis of a Maruti, right? I mean, I want a consistent cup. So the third reason is my inability to get a rocket from this asset. Because when I invest and make this machine, almost 50% of what is coming out from the machine is not my product, and I end up, you know, doing social service, frankly speaking.
So as a machine manufacturer in India, let's say, even if there was one, I would just want to make the cheapest machine that I'm able to dispose of.
Precisely.
And not really worry about where this machine is going to add value to someone, is going to be valuable to someone, is going to be useful or safe or hygienic. I just want to get it off my back.
Precisely.
And the guy who's buying it just wants to sell his tea or coffee. He doesn't give two hoots about the machine. He just wants to put them both together, sell them off to some company, and hence there is a bad experience in the market. So we've got a market full of ambassador cars, and you're trying to make a Mercedes here.
Because the thing is that people who make the beverages don't make the machines, and people who make the machines don't make the beverages. Now we have done both, simply because we want to earn maximum possible arbitrage from that one cup. The more tasty.
So Levers has got the money, Tata Tea's got the money. They can ape this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
It seems like a very high precision thing, but they are now at a point where we make very accurate machines.
See, market to hai, but again, you know, this is actually not rocket science. It is really very common sense mechanical engineering, electronics, mechatronics. You need very clear understanding of how the beverage is made in the first place. You need accuracy in terms of dosage, cup after cup. You need temperature accuracy. You need mixing accuracy. These are things which can be easily achieved. It's not that difficult, very frankly, I'll tell you. So it's not that we have made, you know, some rocket science, very difficult contraption. Yes, I mean, I put in a this much amount of capital and make this in 6 years. Obviously, people can do it. It's not that difficult. But making the machine is not the culmination. It is just a start. You also need to be able to make that good a beverage, because at the end of the day, what sells is a taste. So for someone to come and really do this, yes, the big guys can do it, but then they need to beat us in 3 areas. First, they need to make these machines. It is a full-fledged in-house manufacturing with the PCB technologies and everything. Fine, okay, it's techs. I mean all techies. So yeah, we can do that. Second is they need to also be able to make this kind of product mix which we are having. And third is the taste, obviously, cup after cup. So the supply chain of procurement also comes into play.
So-called distribution network we're trying to build. Because there are people low cost being able to sell that or selling that across scale. We need to replicate.
It's not that easy. It will require a lot of focus. I mean, yeah, if someone really decides that chaliye main dal raha hu 500 crore rupiya, so they can do it. I'm not saying no, but then you can also make a Swiggy app also by hardly putting 10 crores. I mean, everything, an iPhone can be copied at the end of the day. It's not just to do it, but also, I mean, to dream it is one thing, but to do it and execute it and then, follow it up and do it day after day is obviously the execution. So you need to be very passionate about this business. This has exponential growth. I mean,
just because of the addressable market being so easy to penetrate and so large.
Yeah. I mean, the thing, so see, why we are waiting and not launching this is because we want a lot of data coming in. So like they said, कि भाई button को हटाओ, नल डालो, फिर यहाँ पर और एक नल डालो गर्म पानी के लिए, then इसको ये round कर दो. Small things. Even now we are putting a TDS meter inside this. So it even checks the quality of water first, and only then it will start. Otherwise, if the water quality is not good, it will not work. We are starting with 2 cities, Delhi NCR, parts of Noida and Pune, and then Bombay. Because see, again, spreading it very wide, and this we are doing ourselves, so the last mile delivery cost will go up. So I want to focus, and because even in one city there are so many points of sales, so 1,500, 2,000 per city is really not that difficult.
Yeah, it's not so difficult. At least not for the Tapri outlet kind of thing,
Not
where
for
somebody's selling a cup of tea for 10 rupees, 12 rupees.
Pretty much. Now
Okay.
at even 6,000 machines now, we're doing around 100 crore plus, top line this year we will do close to 150. So at 25, 30,000, we are expected to do much better. We maintain a 18 to 22% EBITDA margin, blended EBITDA margin, and 9 to 10% PAT. So, well, it's not bad, it's not great, but with scale, and because we have the sticky model here, where we have monopoly sales and consumption, we are able to encapsulate that margin and that sale without doing too much of advertisements. So our ad expense is very, very less in our.
You're not. In fact, one of the things Parimal told me when we met up was that I'm doing a lot of sales. I'm not doing any marketing.
Yeah, we don't do hardly any marketing. But this is the first year we'll be doing some with these celebrities, bigger quantums. Last year we did
Right.
thoda bahut kiya movement. PAT is around 8 to 10%.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are good to wind up.
We did
Unless,
90 crores last financial year, and till November we have done 88 crores. Balance sheet of so we have adjusted tangible net worth of around 72 crores, including the profits, plowback profits, and some equity which I have put, and we have raised some equity from some family VCs. This public listed all cargo group, that all cargo terminal ki CEO, Mr. Ashish Chandana, his family office has put in some money, and they have put in 15 crores. Baki main has come from me only, and from my family and from
retained earnings, of course. How many machines can you make in your current facility?
In the current facility is 1.3 something acres, And the new facility is around 3.7 acres, which is very nearby. The current one.
No, so land area is one thing, Parimal, but how many machines can you make
Huh,
there
so
with the
in the current one, we can do around 350 to 400 machines a month, single shift, with around 175 tons of material per month, 175 to 200 tons. But the new facility which we are building, it's a close to a 50 crore investment, and that will make around 2,500 machines a month, and approximately 800 metric tons of all these premixes and teas, coffees.
premixes? Yeah.
So close to 1 crore kilograms, 10 million kilograms a year, we will be having manufacturing capability, and around 30,000 machines a year.
That's good.
Assembly. Ah.
Maybe simply be a swap every week or every month, every 1.5 months. Somebody comes with a machine, this one way, puts the new one, and then you take care of the cleaning and all. Won't that be more manageable, that training, variety of people with all kinds of different personalities, etc. Anyway, that's the thought. You are best.
It would be ultra luxury for our customers, but we would not want to do that.
Yeah,
Back to
the
our
costs involved would probably
costs.
go out of.
The rocket fall is one thing, because my assets, my investment would increase. That is one aspect. But
Logistics.
the logistics and the manpower to clean the machines, hold the inventory, again circulate them, it's too much of a headache. And we want the people to take ownership of the machines because they are making money.
Even right now, cleaning them up or looking after them is almost hassle-free.
It's not that difficult. I mean,
Yeah.
it's in fact, the coffee machines of Lavazza are they are really difficult, because the coffee mold, the crushed beans, the coffee mold which accumulates, you really have to open up the machine and scoop out, those coffee residue. It's very difficult. This is easy. हाँ. No, but in this ना, because they're all canisters, so ये तो बहुत easy है. और
इसमें
ना, there's a detachable like a container inside. Just take it out
पतीला लेकर धोना
and
है.
wash it. That's it. मतलब एक तपेला ही है वो. उसको खाली आपको धोना है. Yeah. So that's a small one.
That's the small one. Yes.
So
That's good visibility for you also.
So the small machines, which are those capsule machines,
The personal machine.
personal machines. So now these machines which we are launching, I think within 2 or 3 months you will see them. These are in fact the only machines in India right now which will take both a tea as well as a coffee, a decaf, a full caffeinated, or even a milk capsule, or even a herb capsule in the same machine, without any kind of.
Yeah, that's another business altogether.
Precisely. So again, it has our chips. So these machines are Bluetooth enabled. So you need to connect them via Bluetooth to our app, and not only can you control the machine yourself as a customer, but you can customize the beverage using very, very easy interface, where you can say, okay, I want very strong cup of tea. I want
a more dilute black coffee.
Yes, everything. You can, and the capsules are a pack of capsules, like for example, chamomile honey, green tea, Japanese sencha. So this is again addressing the India 1 and India A+.
So we can do that as well.
You can do that. And here, again, it's a very profitable business. And Nespresso globally, they own almost 82% of this market.
Okay.
They are, it's insanely profitable.
And it's a very high gross margin business. Very sticky business.
Very high.
Okay, I think we need to wind up. Yeah. Last question. Yeah.
No, sir. I'll tell you, we have so many, and we have already made, like, in COVID, we made, because we have the vending tech, so we made machines which could dispense sanitizers, masks, and eatables. It's very easy for us, and we have supplied them, as a small CSR to the entire Pune police, network. Yeah, we also, they gave me a special card, friend of police. So, if I get ever pulled up on the street, I have to just show my card. So that sort of helps. Yeah. So we've done that, obviously. But again, how does it help me? If I want a 65% margin,
those machines don't allow it.
If I buy a mask from you and I sell it to him, I cannot keep 65% margin. Right? I need to make my teas and coffee.
You need to add value.
Oh yeah. So now very interesting point here is, also we are going to be raising some funds from ESG focused companies abroad, because see every cup dispensed from these machines, you are saving carbon emissions. Why? Because these are running on electricity, and these are running on electricity.
So you avoid coal burning or gas burning and so on.
Yeah, we don't use we don't need LPG, liquefied petroleum gas cylinders, like Tapri walas use that. Neither any coal fueled burners, and plus a lot of hygiene. See, if you go to a Tapri wala, they're so dirty. You don't know what's going inside, that he's sneezing, whether the person has had a shower or something. You have no idea, what is he putting here. This is to a US FDA certified factory we have. It is ISO 9000, ISO 22000 by Bureau Veritas France. It is HACCP GMP certified product and US FDA registered product, export worthy globally. Now you are having this product and in a machine which is a C certified machine, which is ISO 14000, ISO 27000. It's made using protocols and SOPs. So all those aspects of unhygienic beverage are rooted out, and people cannot just open this lid. There are no tala chavi. It's a lock. I need to be able to key in the code. Only then it opens up. There is no tala chavi. They're all electromagnetic locks, solenoid locks. So those are things which are there. Which one? This one? This one? This one actually not only adds water, there is a movement inside the machine which emulates what? Yeah, premix. Correct, the powder. No. Correct. He has the same question, that how do I make my money, right? Now, if you go to India Mart, you'll buy a Wagh Bakri premix for, let's say, 300 rupees, 350 rupees a kilo. Would you pay 800 rupees a kilo for that? You will not pay, right? I charge 800 rupees a kilo. Now, no, sir.
No. So if I have an India Mart machine, I will not want to buy a premix anyway.
But you would not get this taste.
But I won't get that quality, I won't get that taste, I won't get that.
What I'm trying to say is that the reason why the machines are important is because the sales of my premixes through the machines is immensely profitable. Okay. Okay. Oh, you are saying that why don't we sell our sachets? We are already.
So that smaller machine is there.
We are already there. So if you go to Amazon, you can buy our Cherise Tapri sachets. We have our own e-store. Yeah.
So you can buy this stuff right there.
Yeah. These are pyramid tea bags. But again, that business is not as profitable as this business. So while it acts as a bread, but this is the cake. Because see, in that business now, FMCG business, I have to compete and I have to spend a lot of money in marketing. Because I'm a new guy, right? I'm not a brand as such like Wagh Bakri or Grenar. People, even though my product is superior, they would not buy immediately. And the supermarket could charge me a, killing fee to just, list my
Then he's just one more in a list of 30 other brands which are trying to compete for eyeballs and market share.
That is the whole thing.
It is a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
Taste and the quality of chai, right? Ultimately, consumer is
Taste. Yeah, precisely. Absolutely.
That's what we're literally get this. So the one hand is a aspect.
Yeah.
It's like if we were to consumer,
It's
That,
been,
that is the litmus test. If I do all this rocket science and if I don't have a good tasting product, then I don't have a business model. I have a, yeah, it's a coffee taste. It's a taste. Bang on.
Yeah.
But the thing is that now what happens with these guys is, see, Lavazza have their own problems. While it is making money, Lavazza is making money because the vending model inherently is profitable. But because of the lack of technology, today Lavazza cannot sort of make the machines exclusive. I can put my coffee beans in Lavazza machines and Lavazza would lose money. So that is one. Yeah, that. Bang on. Bang on. So we have an FMCG vertical. In fact, from my 90 crores of sales last year, we had only 3,500 machines till last 31st March deployed, and they were being deployed every month. So from the 90 crores revenue, 41 crores was actually FMCG sales from the kirana shops and from our distributors. I mean, those 1 kg packs, 2 kg, 5 kg, your 500 gram, 250 gram sachets, your pyramid tea bags.
so one third of your revenues was actually
And
FMCG.
that vertical was in fact the highest vertical until this year, because now we have more machines.
Now this is taking. Now you have an installed base of machines, which gives you.
Yeah,
The Tapri.
please. So I mean, so you can try it.
Why don't you try one?
We can I'll pour it one.
Good. Yeah. All right. I think we are good to wind up, and we'll take a break here.